everyone, it's Vicky. Today I'm working on the Rose Journal. So this is part 3 and I'm doing a bit of decorating today. So the first thing I'm going to do is I've got this little card. It came with some flowers and I've cut it in half. I've rounded the corners and now I'm going to glue it on two sides so something can be tucked behind it. And the paper behind it was white, so I'm using my heart stencil and I'm just putting some little pink hearts on the background, and I think it just gives a nice background to that picture. And the picture is a hand holding a bunch of flowers. The next thing I'm doing is I've got this strip of paper. I got it from a Daphne's Diary magazine, and I'm going to glue it at the top and the bottom and make a belly band, and that's also so I can tuck something into that page. And again, I'm using my heart stencil and I'm just stenciling some hearts on the background, and I'm using a light pink. And that paper's got a teapot and some flowers on it. And this little page, this little picture, it's so sweet. And I was looking for a page to put it, and I decided to glue it onto that very thin paper. I think it's mulberry paper. It's quite sheer. You can see the other paper behind it, but it just made such a nice place to glue that rosy picture down. That's the back. And this is an envelope tuck spot that I've made. I'll put a link below to where I've made it before, and I used a principal from Graphics Fairy, and I'll put her link below. And I'm just going to glue it on two sides, and that's going to be a place to tuck things later. And this is one of those little Tim Holtz ladders. You can see it's quite bright on the back. I used an Easter egg box, so you're not going to see that. It's going to be glued down, and that's glued down now and ready to fill. And these are the inserts that I put into those pages where I sewed two pages together at the top and the bottom. So I've made inserts out of scrapbooking card, I've cut them to size, I've rounded the corners, and now I'm just going to glue on some tabs. These were a printable that I found, and I'll put the link below. They've all got roses on them, so they really match well with my theme. And I'm just putting them on with a glue stick, and you'll see how sweet they look now when they're just poking out there. Now this is the back cover. I've done the same thing for the front cover. I'm making a little tuck spot there, and I'm going to glue it on three sides, and it's scrapbooking card. And the reason I wanted to do this, I wanted to cover up that white section where my book glued onto my cover. So that white section, it was a bit messy looking, and I just wanted to cover that up. So it's not too complicated. I'm just cutting it to size and I'm going to glue it down. I like the way all the colours look together. And here I am doing a whole lot of decoupage. So I've done a lot of pages. I'll show you in the final flip through. This is just one of the pages that I did, and I'm using a really pretty serviette. It's got some roses on it, and I've peeled away the 2 backing layers, and now I've just got that one thin layer. I'm just going to cut it to size, and then I'm going to glue it down with some Mod Podge. And it took a while because each page needs to dry, but it is so worth it. It looks so beautiful. Some of them I glued down with my glue stick when it was a complete page, and then some of them I did with Mod Podge, but the result is really beautiful, and you'll see with this one. And there I finished the page. And this was on another day. This is an envelope. I can't remember what I called them, but I'll put the link below of when I've made them before. I've made this one a little bit differently, so I've left all this in so you can see how I've made this one. First I cut my envelope so it was the right length for my book, because it was a bit long, and I've made it smaller and I've glued it shut all the way around. Then I've folded it into 3, and now I'm going to glue it onto my paper. I found this was the easiest way, and then I'm not fiddling with lots of little pieces, so I'm just gluing the whole thing down. And it doesn't matter which side you use. Now I'm going to cut around the paper. I'm going to fold it in 3 again so that I can see where I need to use my circle cutter. And on each, there I'm going to cut my opening because I need an opening part. Now I'm going to take my circle cutter, and on the corners I'm going to do a quarter circle, and on all those middle bits I'm going to do a half a circle, and it's going to make it look like 3 tickets. Now I'm going to take some ink, and I'm going to ink around the edges. I'm using a really nice bright pink ink. And I've taken it to the sewing machine after this, and I've sewed down the 2 middle lines. So I've got 3 individual pockets, and I'm going to glue it with my Beacon 3-in-1, and I'm going to glue it straight down onto the page. You could probably leave it open and use it as a belly band as well, but I just wanted it as the 3 little pockets for today. And I've glued that down, and here I'm just going to show you that you can slide something in each one, so I need to make some inserts for that. And I'm loving the way that this journal is looking. I'm having so much fun putting it together. Thanks for joining me and watching, and part 4 will be coming soon. Enjoy your day. Bye.